Yeah.
So this is a 1970?
70 Cuda.
How long have you owned it?
4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
Did
4
you buy
years.
it when was it rotten?
No, I had a customer.
Yeah.
After Chris passed, I had a customer.
We'll stop there for a second.
Yeah.
Chris
was my son. Chris passed away suicide. So when he passed, we were going to build a car, me and him.
Yeah.
He was actually supposed to come the day he passed, come down here and start working on one.
Yeah.
And I never got here in time. I got here and he was already gone. He hung himself next to my house on the playground set. So, but anyway, I went back home, and about a month later, I guess, we were all sitting out on the front deck and chatting and talking about Chris and stuff. And Caitlin looked at me and said, "Dad, we're building a effing car for Chris."
Well done.
Right?
Huh?
So word got around.
Yes.
That we were going to build a car for Chris.
Yeah.
And about 2 months, 3 months before that, Chris passed, we delivered a car to Cape Breton for a customer. And Chris and a friend of mine who's also a customer were chatting about cars, and I guess for some reason they were talking about Cudas, one of Chris's favorites. So when he passed, that customer came with this car in his trailer and said, "Here, build this."
Oh wow, nice.
So that's how that started.
You know something? It's a sad thing, but look at the relationship you're building with your daughter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? The relationship you're building with other people and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. It's amazing, really, because we were building the car, and Joe from Speed Sport.
Okay.
He called us up and he says, "Why don't you bring the car to our show to get more awareness?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "It's not
and that's
done."
mental health awareness.
Right. Mental health awareness.
We've actually done videos on mental health awareness.
Yep.
How you can call the line, the helpline, and that sort of stuff. And,
Yep.
And I can honestly say sometimes I don't feel the best every day.
No.
You know what I mean? That goes with everybody.
But being a guy, we don't talk about it.
Yeah, I'm a big sissy sometimes. I'll talk about it a little.
Oh, that's good.
If I'm
No, it's
having
not
a
a
hard time,
sissy.
I'll let it know.
It's not being a sissy. It's being smart, because it builds up, right?
You know, everything I know is in my sleeve, and I just let it go.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. But Joe said, bring the car up, and I'm like, but it's not painted, Joe. I don't want to, you see what we're doing here.
Right.
I don't want to bring a car that's not done. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not even finished. It's like stuff that's just tacked on. Some stuff is screwed on just to get the mock up, right? He goes, "It's not about the car.
Right.
The car's only get you talking about mental health."
Yeah.
He said, "It doesn't matter if it's finished or not."
Well done.
So we brought it. And the first weekend, I mean, we were in tears the whole weekend, because people were like, "Oh,
pouring their hearts out to you and stuff."
My
like
uncle passed away of suicide. My daughter passed away of suicide. Like we were getting it from left, right, and center, and we're like, "Oh my God!" And then after that weekend, we come back, and Caitlin got a phone call from a lady thanking us for talking about suicide in the car, because her daughter talked with us at the show and went home and told her mom she needed help.
Yeah.
So we're like, so
best of show.
Exactly.
Fact
of life, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, wow, like it blew us away. We didn't think that was going to happen. But every time we take it to a show, it happens. So
that's good.
I'm like, okay. So we've been showing the car.
Has a soul.
Yeah, we've been showing the car like it is now for the last 4 years. As soon as we got down wheels, basically, that's when we start rolling it in and out of a trailer to a show. Whether we got anything done in that year or not, it went to a show, right? Yeah. And we're going to keep it going until it's finished. And when it's finished, I want to take it to SEMA.
Awesome.
So we can talk about mental health at SEMA.
So this car is going to SEMA.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. When do you think you're going to do that? 25, 26?
Probably.
Does it matter?
26, 27.
Does it matter, does it?
No, it don't matter, because even between now and then, it's still going to be going to car shows and being talked about. So it's still getting the message out there. And that's all we want. We just want the message out there.
Well, your daughter reached out to Jolene.
Yeah.
She would never get a hold of me.
Yeah.
I haven't got a phone. But I'm glad that we came. I mean, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
And I heard, but I don't know you.
No,
and you don't,
that's right.
don't really
we
know me.
just see each other every now and then, but that's it.
Yeah.
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 It's awesome that you're doing that. You've taken a bad situation and now you're helping a bunch of other people, which is a good situation.
Yeah, this
Well
is my
done,
way
Wayne.
this is my way of trying
Are
to
you a
give
good
back.
guy, Wayne?
I don't know.
Is he a good guy? That's what you are. You're a good guy, obviously. If you're willing to help other
So-
people through your
Yeah,
tour,
well, I just my
you're a
thing
good
is
guy.
I hate to see another family,
Go through what
parents,
you went through.
parents to go through what I went through. You know what I mean? It's not something that I'd like to, I wouldn't
Anybody
wish it.
go
I
through.
wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Right, I understand
You know,
that.
it's just something that it never goes away, right? It's there with you now for the rest of my life, right? But if we can get people talking about it and get it more mainstream, and then if people get help from it, it's worth the trip.
We went through, or me and Jolene, her mother just passed, and it's a sad thing, obviously, through cancer and stuff like
Yep.
that. Anybody passes, but to have a young person,
Yeah.
feel like not
Yeah.
being here is
Right.
really bad. You know what I mean? When you're not feeling like
Yeah.
to be here on Earth, like it's
Well, it's hard to understand what they're going through. You think about it, it's like, what makes you think that you need to,
yeah.
do this?
He should just give her another 5 minutes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It could have changed.
Right.
But
Go to bed.
but
Go to
it-
bed. Wake up next morning. It's good. Things are going to be
yeah.
different.
It
But
could be, yeah.
but and they figured it was like 3 to 4 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing this, and then my wife went back to school as a mature student, got her master's in psychology, and she's counseling.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So it did a bunch of it shook your family up.
Oh yeah.
And now you're building care for mental
Yeah,
health,
and
and your
she's
wife's
helping.
now a counselor. And
Yep.
wow,
Yeah.
it was meant to be.
Yeah.
I hate to say that.
Well,
but,
I know, right?
sometimes bad things happen to make good things happen. So it seems like it's something that was meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't know for sure, but
Yeah.
it seems like it really
Yeah.
brought you guys alive.
Well, yeah. No, it made a big difference. Like I mean,
Your wife
she's-
went through a life change, going back to school and become a counselor. Wow.
Yeah, she worked at a nursing home for almost 25 years, right? At the nursing home, and then she went back to school while she was at the nursing home, and she became a counselor, and she quit her job at the nursing home, and she's counseling.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Tell her I congratulate her. Well
Yeah.
done. Let's look at the car.
All right. So up top, I want the car to look like a 70 Cuda.
Yes.
Basically, right?
Yes.
So Caitlin, God love her, she reaches out all the time. She reached out to Kindig.
Yes.
And she got Bailey, and I didn't realize who she was talking to. She just said, I was talking to some girl at Kindig, she said, and we got a set of door handles coming for free.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, well, who are you talking to? And she was some girl named Bailey.
Who else sells door
And
handles?
I'm like, okay, so you're talking to Dave's daughter.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. So they sent a set of door handles. So then she talked to Ring Brothers.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
we
wow.
really like their hood hinges
Yeah.
and stuff, right? So she got a set of hood hinges for free from them. And we ended up buying the trunk ones because I wanted to make them match. And I'm
Match.
like, I'm not asking for another
I always
gift,
say
you
my
know what I
face
mean?
and my ass is a match. They don't look alike, but they belong together. It's a match.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
So, and then, a lot of people helped us so far. LKQ has been a big sponsor. All the body panel.
What is LKQ?
LKQ is a company in Burnside. They sell aftermarket parts, and they have they do a lot of companies deal with them, and they're related to other companies for parts. Like they have scrap yards and stuff like that. So we got a 2020 6.4 liter Scat Pack engine in this with the 8-speed gearbox out of that same car, out of a Charger.
Oh, wow.
2020 Charger.
Yeah.
So the gearbox and that. So the gearbox, that's all electronic shift. So it'll have
No cables.
no cables. It's just
All
electronic,
wire.
and it's just
Is it wire?
It's all wire. All by wire. Even the throttle's by wire. We don't have that in there yet, but
Yeah.
we bought some nice seats because we figured it was going to handle pretty good with the new frame.
Yeah.
And then all the floors, the tunnel, all the wheel tubs, everything in the back is all handmade.
I've seen some of that on the internet, I think. So maybe some pictures, I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah. We post a lot of
Yep.
stuff on this car,
Well, that's what you do.
right? So
You're talking the king of post.
yeah,
Clean.
I know, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, and then like in the back, we put 20-inch wheels on the back.
Says Riddler.
Yeah, I know, right?
You gonna go win that thing, are you?
No,
What?
we took too many pictures of it. You're not allowed to have
okay,
pictures,
right.
right?
Too many pictures.
So 71 Charger tail lights. I just thought they looked a lot cooler. Right?
I didn't notice that, but they're nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, because they go sideways, right? The original one is just 3 little slots right here.
Okay.
And it's like, I seen those one day online. I'm like, oh, I bet they look good. So we bought them.
Yeah.
I put them up there. I'm like, damn, they fit.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, wow, we can make that work.
Yeah.
So the other one's out right now, but we still got to make the buckets and stuff, right? You know, we cut the bumper a little bit.
What do you got going on here?
There's usually little bumperettes on these cars.
Yes.
So I got them all cut down and tucked in so that they just come and there's just going to be a little gap around them.
All right.
Right? But usually they stick out further.
Yep.
So if you bump it, you don't hit your paint, but I don't care about that. That's all going to be.
Did you make the bumper?
No, it's an original, but we cut it.
Yep.
We cut it and trimmed it and, you know.
Got it tight,
Right?
nice. Took all the holes
out, right? You know.
I always tell anybody, if they ever see a smooth bumper, someone has obviously plugged the holes up in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's nice.
Right? So they
Just push on that and that twists out?
Yeah. Give it a...
Yeah, and then you got to... That's cool.
Right?
I've done one of those before.
And then twist sis. So twisted sis.
Okay.
Caitlin. Chris used to call her sis.
Okay.
Sissy when he was small, sis when he got older. And the twist came from... We made a color for it. And it's a purple.
Yep.
Right? So we didn't want to go with the stock purple. So Kate will bring over the
purple.
So this is a color that me and Caitlin made.
Pretty.
Right? So see how it
so what is this, a purple here or is this a black?
that's the purple, but with a 65% shine clear coat over the top of it.
Okay.
So you know the AAR Cudas, they had a big stripe going up the side, like a checker stripe like that.
Yeah.
On the quarters, it would have had Cuda and then the AAR decal for the All American Racing.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing the decal up the side, and where the Cuda is, we're putting Chris.
Okay.
And the decal is going to be our family crest.
Right on. Cool.
Right. So from a distance, it'll almost look like a AAR Cuda.
Yep.
But yet, once you get up close to it, you're going to say what's going on, right?
A little bit more to this one than just the AR.
Right. So the color, I asked Kate, I said, well, we got to name the color because we made it.
Yeah.
So she called it Twisted Grape.
Twisted Grape.
Right? I said, what a perfect color name for a Chrysler because they had lemon twist back in the day, right? You know, sassy grass green and stuff like that. So Twisted Grape. So I told her, I said, we got to call the car Twisted Sister.
There you go. That's awesome.
And she goes, what? What do you mean?
You ever see that guy?
I almost got in a fight.
You ever see that guy on TV? He's a dude.
Yeah.
You've got underneath this thing, got all the exhaust going there. That's cool.
We'll put it up in a sec there if you want. So when we come up with, we said Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
I said to her, I said, well.
Are you twisted? Maybe. Sometimes? Yeah. And the thought?
Yeah. So we said, maybe we should reach out to the band just to make sure there's no copyrights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to take this to SEMA or somewhere and all of a sudden be like, hey, you guys owe us money because you're kind of calling the car a Twisted Sister, right? Yeah. So I said, well, you know what? We got to call them. So Caitlin emailed them, and JJ French owns the rights to it, and they wanted $5,000 to use the name.
Are you serious?
And I'm like, okay. So we called it Twisted Sis. It's not Twisted Sister.
Right.
I'm not paying no $5,000 to show a car to talk about mental health.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do.
So Twisted Sis.
Paying you.
And Twisted Sis actually is more because, you know, Caitlin and Chris, that's what he called her, was Sis.
Yeah.
Right? So Twisted Sis.
So it actually helped you name the car.
Did it ever?
Yeah, it helped you name the car.
So we got here, bear with me because none of this is just laid on here right now. So we made this. There's an original one up there. I borrowed that from a friend.
Okay.
And we made a copy of it. Now that got to go back to my friend. So we made this, and that's going to fit onto the steel hood.
Look at that now, would you? Talking about releasing the inner side construction on it.
Yeah. So, but like I say, we got no hinges on it yet. But there's the engine.
Nice.
Right. So it's a like I said, 6.4 liter scat pack. We put the Holley intake on it, the bigger throttle body. We put the full Holley pulley system on the front, bigger water pump, and all that stuff. Right.
Now, do you have a mechanic in the house?
Everybody's a mechanic.
Everybody's a mechanic. Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Any motor stuff,
yeah.
I send out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We don't. We can take it apart and dress it up
I
and stuff like
understand.
that. But like boring and all that, we don't do none of that. All the brakes and all that stuff, we do all that in house.
Can you put that inside construction back down and leave the hood up for a second?
Yep.
I was looking at this piece and I said, wow, that's quite a piece you made there to put in over top of that. I thought it was you were going for that, but
Yeah. No.
it's a pretty good looking piece actually for,
Yeah. That's an original.
that's what I'm saying. I might cut
Right.
the underneath of a hood out
Yeah.
and use it for all this metal work that
Well,
people do around their cars, right?
Yeah.
That's
We
too
did
cool.
cut a bunch of stuff out of here so this can fit in.
Right?
Right? You know what I mean? And I still got a few more things to trim. We got to trim this back a bit more because I got a thing coming down here, right? The intake tube.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go out the sides, both sides. I like everything the same, both sides.
Yeah.
Symmetrical.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
it's going to
Like-
come down and go this way, and it'll be down that way.
Yep.
And then the second headlight, the inside headlight, is going to be an intake to the air breather,
Gotcha.
right?
Gotcha. This is, I would say 70. I would say 70 is my favorite. I
Yeah,
think.
that's a 71 grill. But I liked it because see how it goes sideways?
Yeah, like the tail lights.
Exactly. And that's why we did it that way, right?
Right.
So we still got the bumper to make in the back. We still got all the inner fenders to make. You know what I mean? Like there's still a
Tons of work.
ton of work left.
Yeah.
But we get at it.
It'll be the journey for this one.
Yes,
It's all about the journey.
It's part of the journey because
Yeah.
this helps me. Winnie will tell you sometimes he's like, "You're cranky. We got to work on the Cuda."
You're cranky.
Yeah.
You usually say that to your wife, not to your partner.
Yeah,
You're
I know,
cranky.
right?
Here's a Snickers. You're
Yeah,
cranky.
exactly, right? No, life gets you down sometimes, and
Yeah,
but
sure
when I
does.
work on that, it's I get happy, right?
That's
so
good.
that's
awesome.
that's helping me with Chris, right?
You're gonna walk this thing up in the air?
Yes.
That's why I come here, Chad.
What? To not be cranky?
No, I don't.
Yeah, right on. Yeah. Do you must have the hole thing with the to make those holes? You have that? Haven't got that yet.
Yeah. Winnie, you want to do that? I'll be right back.
Locks work. I have to listen real good at home, see if mine are working. You know what I mean? Outdoors, right? You have to be careful. Wow, look at that now. That looks good. We're up on the lock. We're good to go? Good to go. Nice. Now see all this stuff? He'll fill all that out so you won't see any of it. It'll look absolutely perfect when it's done. It looks really awesome now, but I'm just saying as he's doing all this stuff, all that stuff will get filled out.
All the framework.
You did all the framework?
The exhaust, suspensions, front and rear, and then Lee Wayne did all the sheet metal work, sort of thing, all the floors, custom made,
Right?
sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you can make pens go over the drive shaft, like that,
Yeah.
sort of thing,
Nice.
clear it out.
I like just a step panel.
Yeah.
It makes it, I like just a step panel.
Yeah.
And you've got cutouts, so you're going to have a cutout, so, no, it's not a cut, solenoid for this?
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
cutout, right?
Okay, the exhaust is
Yeah.
going back
The
there.
exhaust goes to the back.
There's so many pipes going there, man.
Yeah, I
didn't
know,
realize it was
right?
Going for a second. This is coming right outside your,
Yeah.
outside your rocker. It's
Yeah.
nice. It'll
Yeah.
sound nice and loud.
See the original AR Cuda? That's where the exhaust came out.
Right
Was
underneath the rocker.
underneath the rocker.
You got it
right?
through the rocker,
I got
haven't
it
you?
through the rocker because we're
Yeah.
gone a little bit more high tech, right, than the original 1970. So
And like I was saying, you'll fill all this stuff out, no doubt
Oh,
in my
yeah,
mind,
that'll
to
be
make
all-
that. Yeah, exactly. Like, so it makes it look
yeah,
absolutely perfect.
it'll all look like one big piece.
Yeah, beautiful.
Right.
But that's how it starts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be welded together.
Oh,
Like,
God,
let's,
yeah.
Let's face it. People, when you're welding things up,
Yeah.
it's got to be filled out. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's welding cars up and painting it.
No.
Right? Yeah. You're
No.
and you're trying to just do the best job you can to get
Yeah.
at least his mount.
Right. Yeah. So
What,
we
what do you got going on here?
well we made a gas tank. And when we were talking about how we're going to get it to go up into the car,
Yeah.
some reason something hit me one night in bed, and I seen a battery holder in a trunk,
Yeah.
and it was that design. And I seen it, and I'm like, hey, that's a great idea. I can flip that around
And put it on the outside.
and put it on the outside, make it bigger. So I came back the next day and I tried drawing one out at a piece of cardboard and cutting it out, sort of give me the look. And I told the guys, says, look, this is what I'm thinking, right? And they're like, okay. So then me and Winnie just measured everything up, what we needed. We gave the dimensions to Caitlin. She cut it out on the machine.
She's more valuable than people know.
Yeah.
If she's running that table, is she running the table?
Yeah, she runs the table. And then we and Winnie bent it up, and Winnie welded it all up, welded the sides on it and stuff, and
Beautiful.
holds the gas tank. So the gas tank underneath the car, like, you know, that titanium header wrap that you can buy,
Yep.
it's like a gold.
Yep.
Well, the whole exhaust is going into gold.
Do you know how to put that stuff on?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
I didn't know you put it in water.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. First time
right?
I done it, I put it on. Why is it so damn loose, man?
I know.
You
I
put
know.
it in water, and then
yeah, and you got fiberglass in your hands,
Yeah,
then right?
it don't feel good, does it?
No.
No.
So all the exhaust is going that color.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. All the underneath is going in the matte purple.
Okay.
Right. So the matte purple with the gold.
Makes sense.
Right. It'll look really good. And I think the tank itself is going to be in the gold color, and then the outer skin.
So that's the tank there.
That's
and
the
then
tank,
you hold it, yeah.
and then the holder will be the flat purple.
Gotcha.
Right? And it's got Willwood brakes in the rear, so they're all black. I'm going to keep them black. Right?
Yeah.
All the rear end and stuff.
Yeah.
All the other stuff there, that'll be all in the gold also. Right? The front end, upper and lower control arms.
Thing's
and stuff.
tough too. The way you got it built, like it's
Yeah.
tough. The chassis is tough.
Oh yeah, she's going to handle pretty good.
Yeah, like you're gonna have
She
quite
will
a
be
car.
solid.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
have quite a car.
I think so. I was telling Winnie the other day, I think I'm going to make a couple more of these type panels for here.
Yes.
So they're covered. You don't
Get rid of
see
them?
I don't want to see them. I like to have another panel to come across there, and I'll have to make one for underneath this.
Yep.
But
It's called time.
it's time.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Winnie made all the exhaust. I don't know if he mentioned that to you.
You even made all the front end to hold the sheet metal.
Yes. Yeah, and we're still working on
Yeah.
that. That's still a mock-up.
Oh, I get it.
Even the firewall is
Some
still
people
mocked
get it.
up.
Yeah, most people get it. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I get it. I mean,
Yep.
let's face it. It's got to start somewhere.
Yep.
And generally, when you start, it don't look good.
No.
Nothing looks good at first. I mean,
No.
you got to give it time,
Yeah.
right?
She's pretty crusty to look at.
Was she?
Yeah, you saw him a couple times. You get everything lined up under there, and I get here, and I'm like, Winnie, that one there got to come down a little bit. And he just looked at me, and I'm like, oh, it's just, you know,
It is what it
needs
is.
to come down.
Built the frame on jack stands
Yep.
Right.
on the floor.
Right.
On the floor. Yep.
Wasn't love.
Body all
Yeah.
X-braced every which way you could think of.
Yeah.
And look at me. Do I look like somebody that can crawl through these little holes?
Santa trying to get through
he,
an
oh, he was in there.
Oh.
He was in there some days.
When you say blood, sweat, and tears, I done a lot of sweating, and
Yeah.
I spread some blood.
Yeah.
Because I was cut and scratched.
Yeah.
I
No.
understand.
But
Look what you
what
got.
this car means, what this car is about,
Yeah.
is the most important thing. That gets to my heart right here.
You're a sentimental guy,
I
Winnie.
just want those people
Huh?
close to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
I have an understanding.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
I think you're doing a fantastic job.
thanks. buddy.
Fantastic job. I'm glad to
Appreciate
come
that.
down. Nice to meet you. Like finally
Yeah,
talking.
finally, yeah. Yeah.
And Winnie's always been a buddy of mine, anyways.
Yeah.
I can remember him laying rubber at my dooryard.
Yeah, he's
right on.
always laying rubber.
Laying rubber. He had a truck and he was laying rubber.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for coming back. This was really good for me. I really enjoyed it because I really got to see what's going on down here, and they're really doing a fantastic job on everything. And the reason being is Wayne wants it that way.
that's right.
And have a great day. Mental health is very serious, and if you have any issues at all, try to contact somebody, talk to somebody.
Yep.
Call Wayne. Call Winnie. They'll help you.
That's right.
Have a great day. Come back tomorrow and we'll be here. The car that Wayne's building for his son that had committed suicide, Very good-looking young man, and to read this, he was a very talented young man, and it's a shame that this happened. Mental health has no prejudice, as we all know. And as Wayne told us the story, me and Jolene are going to donate $500 towards the car, and we're hoping a few others want to donate to the project. You can call Wayne at Wayne's Hot Rods and Customs and get a hold of Caitlin and let her know. Thanks, Caitlin, for calling us. Thanks, Wayne, for sharing the story. I think you're great people. Mental health awareness is going to be right there from that car. Help out and do what you can and make Chris's dream come true.